I feel like I haven't seen y'all in so long because I didn't make a video last week. So in the end of last semester, I basically posted on my social media that I was on the president's list, and everybody was very happy for me, and I also got a lot of questions on what I did to improve my grade. So I've done the Hong Kong IGCSE curriculum, the regular American high school curriculum, the A-levels in England, and now I'm a sophomore in college. So I kind of learned over the years what works for me and what doesn't. So just a disclaimer, I think one of the reasons why school was a lot better for me in my sophomore year was because I found ways to address the symptoms of my social anxiety. I think it's important to handle your mental illnesses first and like take care of your mental health and your physical health first before anything else, because college is a high stress situation. Like I'm pretty sure it's the same for people in high school as well. It's just really, really stressful, and it makes all your symptoms worse. Better to take care of that, even if it means taking a semester off. So the first thing that I think helped me a lot in college are binders. So I have these like really cheap binders. I think they're from Walmart. They were like under $2 for each. So I have a binder for each of my class. I think binders are a lot better to use than notebooks. When you have only one, your notes get scattered everywhere, so you would have one page that's from like an English class, and you would have another page from a math class, and everything's just scattered, and that could be very dangerous when it's exam time, because losing a whole page of notes means like losing like a pretty high percentage of your grade. So it's important to have everything in one place. For example, this is a survey of world art. It's my art history class, so I would have my syllabus here, and with all the handouts that I get from that class, and I would have all the notes that I take in class. So even if one day you don't bring your binder and you only have a sheet of paper or something, you can still organize everything and put them in the same place. If you have an exam, like a second exam that's not cumulative, you can also get rid of all the like early notes that you took that isn't relevant anymore. So you can really customize like what material you have to study with, and I think that helps a lot. Another thing that helped me take notes is this Pilot G2 0.38 pen. Having a good pen is very important. When I use a pencil or just a pen that I don't really like, it really discourages me from taking notes. When I have a good pen that has a lot of ink and glides on the paper, it just motivates me. It makes me look at how pretty my handwriting is. I also have an executive planner, which looks like this. I really love how it says executive planner because it makes me feel like an executive of a company. But anyway, you can get these at any stationery store. You can get this at any stationery store. I got this in Hong Kong, I think. And I just write down all my tournament dates, all the important exams and events and homework, and everything is in here in one place. Some people do this on their phones, but I really don't like doing that. I just always forget to check my phone. Having everything in one place means that I can have like a visual representation of what I have to get done that week, and I think that really helps me organize my time. So now to the actual classes. When you choose your classes, what classes to enroll in the beginning of the semester, you need to choose classes that you're actually going to go to and classes that you actually like. In the first 1 or 2 weeks of the semester, you get like a free like drop or add period, and I usually use that period to test out what classes that I really want. So I might start off with like maybe 18 credits, and if there's one class that I think I really can't like, or the syllabus is way too hard for me, then I would drop that class. I think this is really important because people will try to take on way too many credits and end up hurting their GPA because there's just so much workload. So be realistic about how much workload you want to take on. So for example, in the beginning of the semester, I was enrolled in a class that was largely based on group work. And I'm really not a group work person, so after I saw the syllabus, I kind of tried to talk to my professor about it, and it wasn't really something that I realistically think I could get an A in, so I just dropped it and switched it to another class. When you enroll in classes, make sure you can handle the workload and make sure you're actually interested in it so that you won't give up on that class and you won't skip classes. Which brings me to my next tip, which is to always go to your classes. I think last semester I skipped once, go to your classes, because even if they're not teaching anything new, you would still be in like an academic environment. So even if you're doing like going to that class just to do homework for another class, even if you're just going to, I don't know, just to sit there for an hour, it's still going to be better than you staying at home, because chances are you're just going to keep procrastinating and procrastinating, and then you end up not doing any work for the rest of the days, and that's not good. Another thing that really kind of helped me is how I studied for exams last semester. So if I know people in that class, I will usually try to do a study session with them. So I would gloss over all my notes first and have it organized, and then I will go to a study session and we would just go through everything. We would like check each other's notes and see if we're missing anything, because usually if I miss a class, which I don't usually miss classes, but if I miss a class, then they would have the notes, and if they missed a class, I would have the notes, and etc. So we can have actually like all the study material that we need. And after we go through that, we would quiz each other on it. I think that's a really good way of memorizing information, because not only do you have to remember the concepts, but you have to explain it in a way that is coherent. Having the practice of explaining concepts in like actual words and sentences means that I can make, like, it makes writing essays a lot faster, because I know what I want to say, I know how to explain it, because I've already done it before. So quizzing people and having other people quiz me really makes me remember information really, really fast. But if you're not that kind of learner, there are a lot of other ways that you can do this. So for example, I also like to organize my notes in bullet points, so everything is clear. You don't have to look at a large paragraph and like pick out what is important, because sometimes when people take notes in like large paragraphs, like you just don't want to look at it and you end up not studying because you're not motivated to. But when you have everything clear in bullet points, then it's a lot easier. And when you number those as well, you make sure that you don't miss any. So for example, in philosophy, when there's an argument that I need to remember, I usually write down all the premises and then conclusion, and I would write down the number of premises that that argument has, so that I can know if I missed any of them. If bulletin points doesn't work for you and you're more of a visual learner, I would do graphs and drawings. So for example, this is for my medieval philosophy class, and I didn't really understand the concept of a demiurge, so I just drew a little picture here to make it easier for me. Okay, so this is Neoplatonists and world souls and nature. So instead of writing that the world soul precedes nature and nature precedes matter, I would just draw a little pretty graph like this. Like I said before, this is what my notes look like. I don't have chunks and chunks of paragraph. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s and ABCs and stuff like that to make learning a lot easier for me. I guess the last tip that I have is to be friends with your professors. Like, that sounds kind of nerdy, but like, knowing your professors and going to their office hours whenever you can and need to, and like checking with them before exams and classes really makes the learning process a lot easier. Some of my higher level classes, I always have a meeting with my professor before an exam just to make sure that I have everything that's needed. My general advice would be to know what your priorities are. If you really want a good GPA, if you really want to do well, prioritize that and remember that in every situation where you can choose if you want to go to a party or if you want to work. For me, it's kind of easy because my social anxiety means that I don't really like going to parties, but yeah, always prioritize your work and you'll get there, trust me. So yeah, that's my general advice. If there's any other school related things that you're unclear on, or you need some college advice or whatever it is, just leave a comment down below and I'll try to make a new video answering those things, or I could just answer them in the comments. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!